George Pascoe Watson, good to speak to you. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're going to cross now to Jonathan Davis from Jonathan Davis Wealth Management in Hertfordshire. Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, good morning.
Will we have any wealth to manage in 6 months' time?
It's an interesting question you say there. I might, before I answer that, just go back on something you just said with the George there, that Conservatives are going to be a version of New Labour. I have to disagree with that because New Labour moved sharply to the left, and it was all about borrowing and spending and building up the public sector. So coming back to your question, there's going to be big job losses in the public sector. The cuts are just around the corner. I'm expecting circa 150,000 job losses by next year, and probably as much as 500,000 in the public sector by the end of this Parliament. So we're going straight back to recession with that higher unemployment. We're going straight back to a house price crash. People are going to have to preserve their capital.
So how do we do that from a practical point of view? How do I preserve what little is left in my pocket?
Yeah, well, one thing you do is you don't believe that there's a surefire way of making money out of property. So if you're thinking of buying for the first time or investing or trading up right now, think again, because with higher unemployment, higher taxes, lower public spending, there's simply not going to be the thrust into the economy and therefore house prices that we've had in the last year, which has all been about Gordon Brown trying to stay in power. On the plus side, I think I should say that it's probable that with the cuts that are coming, although many families, of course, are going to find it difficult, as a nation as a whole, the global markets are going to look upon this positively, which should mean, I feel, that pound sterling should strengthen. Why is that a good thing? Well, it will mean that imports, and let's face it, as an economy, we import practically everything these days, from food to cars to whatever. Our imports should not rise in price that much as they have done. Thus, that will keep our inflation rate down. Thus, our interest rates may stay down, and therefore those with mortgages might not see big hikes in the cost of servicing their debts.
Goodness me, I hope you're right about that one, Jonathan. Thanks for joining us. Jonathan Davis from Jonathan Davis Wealth Management in Hertfordshire. Now, early this morning, I did get a chance to grab a couple of